With the release of the 50 series video cards, NVIDIA has a new driver that lets you force enable DLSS 4 with pretty much any game that currently supports DLSS. My visual quality was the same, if not better, than what the old version of DLSS quality mode was. Not only will this work with any game that is currently supporting DLSS, but it also works with any RTX video card all the way back to the 20 series. It might have mixed results on the oldest cards, but I would say 30 series and better, you should be able to run this to great benefit in your games. First, you're going to want to go to NVIDIA's website and, of course, get the latest driver, which came out yesterday with the release of the 50 series, 572.16. Go ahead and get the game ready driver for that. Once you have it downloaded, highly recommend you use display driver uninstaller. You're going to want to reboot into safe mode. One neat trick for getting into safe mode and staying there, because I also like to install the new driver while in safe mode after everything reboots. Hit your Windows key, type in msconfig, hit enter, and then go to the boot tab here and choose safe boot. And I just choose minimal. You don't need any network connectivity to install your drivers. Hit apply, reboot your computer. Once you do restart, you're gonna run display driver uninstaller. Let that run. Once that's cleaned up, restart your computer and go find where you downloaded your new driver to, get that installed. And then once that's all done, the new driver also comes packaged with the NVIDIA app, the latest version, which you'll need to be able to do this. Once all that's installed and you're booted up out of safe mode, go to type in, hit your Windows key, type in NV. The NVIDIA app should pop up here. Once you're there, all you're going to do is go to the graphic tab here, and it should have a list of all the games you have installed here. Some people have said that certain settings weren't showing up until they did a refresh, so feel free to just get that out of the way here now and hit the triple dot menu and do refresh there. And next, again, we're going to use Hunt Showdown as an example. Click on the game you want to force enable DLSS 4, and you're going to scroll all the way down to the driver settings portion, and all you have to do is go to the DLSS override model presets section, and you're going to hit this little button here. And by default, it's going to be on use same settings, blah, blah, blah. It won't do anything basically. But to be able to force DLSS 4 working in your games, you're going to click here. And a lot of this stuff will be grayed out typically, especially for games that aren't supporting frame generation yet. But you're just going to go to the super resolution thing, and it should have several selections. And to use the latest model, which is DLSS 4, which uses the transformer model, which you saw here, you can read about it on NVIDIA's website if you're curious. But you're going to want to choose either latest or preset J. And I found that preset J was way better, with very minimal ghosting and everything, because I was noticing some ghosting when moving my iron sights rapidly left and right in game, and someone had a tip on Reddit to try preset J instead of the latest one, and that seemed to resolve that. Now, why would you want to do this? It's overriding your DLSS version basically, so you still would adjust all your settings here in your graphics menu for whatever game you're playing. Just make sure you have DLSS on. Normally I was playing in quality mode, and it looked okay in Hunt Showdown. They were using like version 2.3 of DLSS, I believe, but there was still some room for, it wasn't perfect. There were still some areas that were very blurry, etc., and not nearly as detailed. But what DLSS 4 is, DLSS 4 is basically just a way better version of an existing technology. And what's interesting is I've been able to play on performance mode, which should net you even higher frame rates in game. And my visual quality was the same, if not better, than what the old version of DLSS quality mode was. And then, of course, you're going to want to experiment, to your preference, how much sharpness you want. I decided to go with 0.6. I think maxing it out makes things look a little too sharp and unrealistic. Yeah, feel free to let me know in the comments below if you got this to work with some of your other favorite games and the difference you noticed. But thank you. I just wanted to share this.